reminded her that angels aren't real, and she said, as if I hadn't even interrupted, that if she falls, so does this town. There was a long pause, and then she said, "We never go bowling anymore, Cecil. Why is that?" I don't know, I reflected. There has been a tiny underground army living under the bowling alley, and they've declared war on all of us. They injured my new boyfriend. Also, I have a new boyfriend. Listen, we should totally get the team back together and go to league night again, just like old times. I would like that, Cecil, she said. But then her voice slowed, turning cold, as if we were strangers with wrong numbers. I'm afraid the sunlight has come back. And the phone went silent. Listeners, I do not know what is happening or to whom these helicopters belong, but I do know that we must protect our town, Night Vale. Protect it from all outsiders, whether they are flying machines or tiny warmongering civilizations, or simply neighbors who don't say the Pledge of Allegiance loudly enough. I hope Josie is safe. I hope you are safe. I hope we all live to see tomorrow's sunrise, or whatever day the next sunrise is. But for now, I give you the weather.
Un sueño de negras alas te cubrió. A lo lejos oí un jarrón que se rompió. Bajo la arena sin poder salir, quise darte mis ganas de vivir. Mis ganas de vivir. A través de aquella puerta de cristal, tus ojos perdidos quería encontrar. Un hilo invisible me lleva hacia ti. Prefiero pensar que aún te acuerdas de mí, que aún te acuerdas de mí. Hoy echo a volar palabras de papel en el atardecer, y un árbol se incendia en la noche sin saber qué hacer, sin saber qué hacer. Todos tus besos, igual que una flor, están enterrados en mi corazón. La lluvia gritando que tú ya no estás, me tiende el paraguas de la soledad, de la soledad. Hoy echo a volar palabras de papel en el atardecer, y un árbol se incendia en la noche sin saber qué hacer, sin saber qué hacer. Un hilo invisible me lleva hacia ti. Prefiero pensar que aún te acuerdas de mí, que aún te acuerdas de mí. Hoy echo a volar palabras de papel en el atardecer. Y un árbol se incendia en la noche sin saber qué hacer, sin saber qué hacer.
Listeners, I just received word from Vithya, who went downtown to the city records office. She said she found several Emmets, Everetts, and Ernests, but there was one particular file that stuck out to her. And she copied that file, and put that copy in her backpack, and then walked out into the street, ready to begin her investigation into the identity of the man in the tan jacket. But, according to witnesses, Vithya found herself caught up in what looked like a strong wind. She lifted slightly off the ground. Witnesses all agreed that she began to elongate. She began to glow a deep black, a dark, pulsing aura. And amidst the sounds of bold trumpets and melancholy cellos, and even the haunting call of a muted French horn, Vithya ascended to heaven. To the family of Vithya, let me say that she was a very good intern. And while angels are not real, we are certain she is in a better place, whatever that place might be. She has become a better thing, whatever that thing might be. Know that your daughter did not die in vain, and perhaps, given the tenuous reality of existence, she may not have died at all, for it's debatable whether any of us ever truly live. The witnesses all agreed that Vithya was no longer real, and that we were no longer allowed to know anything about her. "It was a lovely sight," said one witness. "I cannot even describe the beauty of her ascension," said another. "You kind of did, though," said another witness, who was wearing a fedora. "By saying you cannot describe something, that is a sort of apophasis, a paralipsis, if you will, which gives the object an implied description through non-description," he continued. "Plus, the word indescribable carries with it a universal connotation and is itself a description. Here, let me explain." But the other witnesses moved a little ways up the sidewalk, so they could no longer hear the man. They said nothing to one another. They just stood in a circle, sharing the knowledge that they had seen something they should never have seen. They looked one another in the eyes. They breathed in unison. They smiled politely, intimately, knowingly, until one of them, in fact, each of them as individuals, decided that the moment had passed, and they parted ways. They will likely never see the others again, and if they do, they will be but unacquainted pedestrians. But before they left, the witnesses said that some low-flying yellow helicopters began dropping orange leaflets onto the city streets. The leaflets read, "Strexcorp Synernists, Inc. Look around you, Strex. Look inside you, Strex. Go to sleep, Strex. Believe in a smiling God, Strexcorp. It is everything." Oh no, Dear listeners, we must issue an apology. Those helicopters are completely safe. Even safer than safe. In fact, Strex Corp recently bought our little radio station from the mysterious unseen forces who founded it centuries ago. I'm glad to know that Josie will be okay, and that Strex Corp has come to Night Vale. Rest easy, listeners, knowing that this was all just a simple misunderstanding. But now we fully understand everything that is happening, and we are not misunderstanding anything else at all. We are completely safe. Stay tuned next for the sound of slow, steady dripping and occasional screams. Good night, Night Vale. Good night.
Welcome to Night Vale is a production of Commonplace Books. It is written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor, and produced by Joseph Fink. The voice of Night Vale is Cecil Baldwin. The voice of Hiram McDaniels was Jackson Publick. Original music by Disparition. All of it can be found at disparition.info or at disparition.bandcamp.com. This episode's weather was Palabras de Papel by Nelson Poblete. Find out more at nelsonpoblete.com. Comments, questions? Email us at nightvale@commonplacebooks.com or follow us on Twitter at Night Vale Radio. Check out commonplacebooks.com for more information on this show, as well as all sorts of cool Night Vale stuff you can own. And while you're there, consider clicking the donate link. That'd be cool of you. Today's proverb: sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never quite describe the pain.